The popular belief that one should believe in God because doing so may possibly lead to a heavenly salvation from hell, combined with the idea that if God doesn't exist, at least you're no worse off for believing in him, is known as Pascal's wager. It is most commonly traced back to mathematical genius Blaise Pascal. Despite my personal lack of contribution to the mathematical field, I feel it is possible for a Christian to logically disagree with Pascal's wager. Now, why would a Christian take issue with an argument that was obviously established to provide incentive for non-believers to convert? Well, I suppose one could say heaven is such a grand and magnificent place, closer to God than anywhere in his universe, that it's feasible for the discovery of its non-existence to be even more disappointing than spending an eternity in any kind of unimaginably horrid state. The ones taking the truly scary side of the wager are not the doubters, but those who are trusting God to keep his wonderful promises. Going to hell is bad, yes, but as hard as it is to believe, perhaps the disappointment of missing out on heaven when you were counting on being there is far worse. The pleasure of heaven surpasses the pain of hell in magnitude, so if God doesn't exist, we Christians are much worse off than a non-believer going to hell. It's like Paul said, if our hope in Christ is limited to this world alone, we are the most to be pitied. After all, if our whole goal in life is simply to avoid continuous eternal suffering, what do we need a heaven for? We could just leave our spirits in this world where it's sometimes good and sometimes bad. But fortunately, our goal is much more than that. We want nothing less than to see God's full glory.